Another
Wow.
Tuesday.
What's so with it?
That just looks so horrible.
Who, you? What'd you
No.
say?
Oh, no, sir.
I thought you said you look so horrible. I was like,
Oh,
what's
no,
wrong?
sir. I'll never say that.
Oh, okay, my bad. I'm like, you
I'll
look
never say that.
horrible. I
No.
was, I was gonna say, what's going on with you? Where your ego go?
No. First of all, we good over here.
All right, that's where it's supposed to be. We
And
good.
I'm about to have to take his head off from through the computer screen. Like,
I mean, listen, it's
oh, child.
always
He
something.
definitely dropped on his head a few times.
I mean, I
Terrible.
wouldn't doubt that. My brother probably did on purpose a few times. You know what I'm saying? He did kind of dunk me in the water several times in 12 feet. So, you know what I'm saying? I had to learn how to,
Look at that.
swim. You know what I'm saying? So maybe it's possible.
You might have lost a few brain cells along the way. It's okay.
It's all right. I'm still fly. I'm still your favorite of your favorite. You know what I'm
So
saying?
you're okay with being fly as hell, but dumb as shit is what you're saying.
I mean, listen, it's
If,
a lot of
if
a
that
lot of
was
people.
the
A lot of,
combination, I'm not saying you
I
dumb as shit right
mean,
now, but
I mean, a lot of
you cool
people
with
aren't
it.
that smart out there, but you know what I'm saying? They make some good money. I know some
Okay.
dumb, I know some dumb
You're not lying.
rich
You're not
people.
lying. You're not
I'm
lying.
just,
The dumbest stuff just takes off now. The dumbest.
Well,
I'm trying to tell you.
I always say, man, it's in some situations there's people that have no common sense. You know what I'm saying? So in a lot
Right.
of situations that happens where people aren't they're good in certain scenarios.
Right.
Yeah.
And
So
that's the crazy part. Like, they ain't that bright, but they know how to make some money like a mug. And they know how to put people to work. I know a lot of people like that.
So then those ones probably are bright if they can make some money. They're just bright, like Ken said, in a specific way.
I mean, potentially.
everybody,
Allegedly.
I always say everybody has a superpower, and some
Yeah.
people figure out what they're so they're able to leverage that. So and others
Facts.
have they never figure out the superpower. So
I
it's
mean, blame it on Patricia. It's her
That's
fault.
cool.
I think she
I-
found her superpower. So you know what I'm saying? She's experiencing things.
My superpower is great.
See,
I don't know. I don't know if I found my superpower yet. I don't know.
your superpower is just short. That's your superpower.
There you go. When people can't see things in the refrigerator, you can.
See the bottom
You
shelf,
know
all
what?
yours.
You know what? I like that response though. Say that again. If people can't see,
Things in the refrigerator, you can.
that's all right. I'm just saying. See, that was pretty clever.
Yep, the bottom shelf, all yours.
Mhm.
Put all the good stuff at the bottom. All right, I'll hook you up.
Put everything on the Benji shelf.
See,
Wow.
the fact that you said it's a Benji shelf, that's important. That's important.
See? Empowering.
See? Yeah. Sometimes it's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Good job, forehead.
You know, whatever makes you feel great.
Hey. All right. Well, you know what? This episode is 196. School's out. It's the summertime. Maybe not all the kids are out yet. Maybe Texas, most of these kids are out. Know what that means? It's the summertime.
Mm.
So it's about to start getting on people's nerves. They about to be at the house. They about to be eating up all the food. They about to be getting into stuff.
Eating up all the food.
Yeah. So yeah, that
all the pig feet.
Every summer it bring back memories, right? Of when we were kids and the stuff we used to get into. And I saw this picture today, and this is what cracked me up. This is the type of stuff.
Well, why they all got one? Look, one that
That you
turned
get
into a
into.
straight pop-off.
Hey, you know,
Oh Lord.
Oh man.
will mama leave you
Dang,
at
he got a
home with your
nice little gash on top of his head.
hey,
Oh my
mama leave you
God.
at home with your sibling their own thing. You just getting into stuff. You know, I mean, sister claims that I plugged myself. I plugged my own hair, which I don't remember. I don't recall. And I don't think happened that she did it while I was asleep. And when I woke up the next day, you know, I discovered that, oh, she told my parents I did it. No,
Wow.
no, I wouldn't do that to myself.
Mhm.
See, Ken, you got similar stories like I do. See, my brother, I ain't gonna tell all his business, but he used to put me in his wet spot and make it seem like I was the one.
You was the PP boy.
Yeah. You see,
Wow. He put you on a pee platter.
man, listen, and I used to be traumatized because of this, because I still remember waking up. I'm dry all in my genital areas. You know what I'm talking about? You know, front to back. But I'm in this wet spot. And I'm like, and mama come in there, and mama was a shorty want to be a thug. You get what I'm saying? Like she was thug. And I used to get whoopings for that, man. Do you not understand how that bruised your boy's ego as a youngin'? You know what I'm talking about? I mean, told on me. I used to get the whoopings, man. And I
But
was like, but I'm
you
dry.
know? Did you know you was being like lied on, or did you actually think something was wrong with you?
Here's how funny it is. Here's how it came to a halt. My stepdad at the time, and I still remember his name was Clint. Clint suspected something was wrong. You know what I'm saying? And so one night he caught my brother.
Ooh. Caught in the act.
Me in the wet spot. You get what I'm saying? Because you know what I'm saying? You got to be a thinker. You'd be like, why is that boy? But you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody finna defend Benji. You know what I'm saying? Like Benji did it. That's how, you know, I was the easy target. And he called my brother one night, one morning, switching us over. And that's how, you know what I'm saying? It kind of reversed itself. But that was cold, man. I still remember that. My boy did me dirty, man. That's cold.
Yeah, that's a little diabolical right there. That's crazy. Like, wow. Wow. Let me just drag my little brother into the pee.
Yeah,
So
that's
I came up as Pissy Benji, and I ain't even peeing the bed. I'd have been labeled, and I ain't even do it. It's
yeah. I
cold
do
game.
remember that being discussed. I do remember that now that you mention it.
Wow.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. And I never could for a long time, bro. I never could figure out like what the heck is going on. So man, I'm telling you, for a long, I don't know how long it went on, but I know for a long, I was tripping, bro. I was like, man, I don't understand this. Like,
Imagine going your parents taking you to the doctors, you in therapy, you in all kind of stuff because they're like, what's wrong with you? Why you keep peeing? Like they trying to figure it out. And it is not him.
it ain't me. So
That's
you get what I'm
wild.
saying? Like just a cold game out here. You know what I'm saying? But
That's
during the
cool.
summertime or whenever it was out of school, I used to catch fades because of this. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah,
Yeah, that's wild, man. That is wild.
I'm telling you, it's a struggle, bro. I'm telling you. I come up under some struggles, y'all. I just want y'all to know this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
PP
put
Benji.
you in that spot.
And then she gonna rehearse it. That's cold. I
I
can't
just,
believe.
wanted to make sure I heard you right. I'm sorry.
That was hilarious, bro. But it's all good. I mean, that's my dude. So you know what I'm saying. He catch a little break. You know what I'm saying. But
He didn't cut you no break.
not early on in life. Definitely not. I didn't catch not one break. It was always something going on. But it's all right though. I'm gonna be all right. I'm still here though. So I got thick skin now, Patricia. So
And,
that's why
at
I'm
this point, you're not pissy.
Ken glitching. So yeah, well, but it's okay. It's all right. I mean, so when you be talking your trash and then I got thick
Well,
skin.
you know
I'm
what?
used to it.
I ain't never dealt with nothing like that. I was the one. Well, actually, I got a little bullied when I, what? How did the summers go for me when I was younger?
You getting bullied?
By my siblings.
So, but you the baby, right?
No, I'm my dad's oldest, but like there's
Oh,
6 of us, so I'm like 4. I'm number 4.
but you the spoiled one though.
No, I'm just their favorite.
Let's see. There you go. So you got the Joseph syndrome.
But no, my little sister is the spoiled one, so I wasn't spoiled. I'm just the favorite now. I'm the favorite as the adult.
Ah, but that comes with its own, little. She always getting. I'm sure you got some backlash like that, right?
I'm sure. Yes, I have actually. But and the crazy part is I'll be like, what? Like she paid for the down payment on your car. Like she didn't do that for me because I'm
Right.
always good. Like I'm the one that ain't got to worry about it. I'm the favorite. Like it ain't. So I didn't gain from being the favorite. I don't know. I just was viewed different because I was who I am.
Right.
And then they still feel away. And I'm like y'all tripping and y'all the ones get all the favors.
I mean, haters gonna hate. You know what I'm saying?
There's always gonna be some haters. But I love y'all out there. Look, I really do. I never was mad. I never cared. I'm glad she helped y'all. Because I mean, it wasn't like that, no offense, but I would be like, I don't need the help anyway. I'm good. I'm gonna figure it out.
Right.
So I love y'all,
Yeah, it's literally and figuratively.
Right.
But hey, it happens, man. So
it's okay.
So,
So
but
still,
yeah.
And speaking of some good memories of this week, I don't know if you all have been paying attention to your time algorithm. My algorithm has been full of Streamer University clips.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's been a lot of discussion about it. It's been a lot of clips, been a lot of information out there on it. But at the end of the day, it worked. It
Right.
for whatever it was, because it was the talk of social media.
Yeah.
It was everywhere. People were looking at the clips, different characters on there. Kaya, Duke Dennis, all of them, different people, DDG. They were talking about all these people. So, it worked.
Mhm.
Right. But here's the problem that I saw one thing today that one who happens to be he's not black, put it that way.
Mhm.
And he said nobody on the show was white or Hispanic or anything else. Everybody was black.
Mhm.
So he had a problem with that. And he was like, "It's you," but I'm like, we've been there before. We've been a lot of places, and so but I think because these kids are so young, they don't have a frame of reference when it they don't have a frame of reference when it comes to them not being included, or somebody not being included in something.
Yeah.
Because then they're like, everybody's been around each other.
Right.
So, but yeah, that was
shows we watch where it's the one token black person, like
just one.
The workplaces we go to, and you were only hired for that one diversity little percentage real quick. Like, I mean, I'm sorry you didn't go somewhere where there was a plethora of you, but you went to Kai Cenat University. Like, I'm sorry, go to Billy whatever's university. I'm sure it'd be different.
And I always view that as when white folks enter the chat, it's successful in most cases, and they want to assume dominance over it because it's how could you do this without us type feel.
Yeah.
In a lot of cases. And to see him turn down Amazon, Netflix, and the other networks or whatever, that says a whole lot. That means at this particular point, or at least I viewed it this way, is that he could actually do much better, raise the value, raise its purchase price from where it is and from what they offered. If they are coming saying, I want this, then more than likely they ain't coming in with the best offer off the top.
Or maybe
So
he don't care.
he probably don't. But most of our folks, they get to a place, they just want to sell it and they don't care. But I just viewed it as at that point, like he's created this dope platform and he did it without folks' assistance. And that says a whole lot. And that's enough to pat yourself on the back for. So
Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely don't need their assistance because he's the top streamer.
Right.
He is the guy.
Right.
So he definitely.
What was it, 14 point something million that he generates from it or something per year or something like that?
Yeah. I mean, he's the top streamer, bar none. So down Netflix, Amazon Prime, Tubi, and they were wanting to carry, was able to amass over 23 million watch hours. 23 million watch hours, bro.
That's crazy. It's crazy.
I love it for him. Like, I think that's amazing.
Yeah. So I mean, when people started seeing the commercials, and it was pretty funny because it was kind of like it was kind of like play on what is it, Harry Potter. It was kind of like that deal. So so how they put everything together, but at the end of the day, I mean, a lot of that stuff, it's with streaming, it's staged, it's going on at the moment, but it is staged. Just like when he had the deal where I don't know if y'all remember where everybody was in jail.
Yeah, yep. What's the name was on there? Drewski.
where they were all in jail together, and they had the guys on one side, they had some females mixed in there. He's done things like this before, so I mean, it works.
It does. And those people that are on there get recognition, so they are going to grow in their own, worth and their own views on their profiles too. So it's going to do what it's supposed to do. He knows what he's doing at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to work out for him, and it's going to continue to work for other people who jump in. Streaming is big business. It's definitely big business. Speaking of streaming too, another guy that's in that lane that does a lot of stuff is Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast is the big gun out there on YouTube, and billionaire under 30. And
that's wild.
Yeah, that's through you. He's a billionaire, and these
now he's a streaming. I haven't heard of him. No, he's a streamer also.
He pretty much does all his stuff through.
He's a YouTuber.
He's a YouTuber. He doesn't do too many live streams, but I think he does here and there.
Dude has a show on Netflix.
And what is it? Is his similar to like where he's teaching?
No, it's like a show basically like what the person will do for the dollar, like how they'll change or whatever, whatever, to see if they'll how they like change whatever they're doing. I ain't watched it fully, but it's like these little things or games or whatever to play to win money. But then he would do a bunch of other things. It started on his YouTube. He would do stuff to like, here's this game or this or whatever, you can win this or give away that. And so a lot of people started focusing in on him with the giveaways and the money little kind of catches that he was doing for them. Then he has a energy drink, I think, Mr. Beast bars. They're in Walmart. He's on Netflix with his show now. So he's kind of, every age group knows him. I'm talking the 6-year-old in this house knows who he is on up. Hey, yeah.
Oh yeah, he's doing it big. If the children and the grandmama know about it.
Yeah. Yes, because the grandma will be buying the Mr. Beast bars for the 6-year-old.
Dang. That's actually pretty dope though. to consider you take a streaming platform and you create a product out of it as well to sell, whether it be t-shirts or bars or drinks or
Mhm.
whatever. That's actually pretty dope. So scaling the brand, I like that.
Yeah. So I mean, a lot of opportunity out there for people to make a lot of money, and you just have to take the chance
Yeah, for sure.
up out there, and because I'm pretty sure he took some big risks, you know what I'm saying, along the way, and they just happened to pay off for him. So let's take a twist to this and hop over to the military, man. The military is out there spending money too while we on all this money talk. $1 billion in the last 3 years to recruit and retain troops. That's a lot of freaking money.
I mean, that's easy bread for the military though. Where they print money for the military?
I thought we was broke.
Man, we print money.
I know, that's what I could never understand. It's like we broke, but we print our own money. So just print some more.
They just tell you that
They
so
have
they
to
can
have
control the market.
approval on how much they can print because I'm lost. If we print our own money, we limitless. Let me
Right.
print my own money. If y'all don't know how to do it, give me the stuff. Like I
mean,
do it. I do it.
Right. They tell you they operating under budgets and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's a
As
keep
soon
it
as they need to
from.
do something wild, like they legit do something wild, like all this money on the troops. Like that's crazy. That's crazy to me.
And that's just true in the last 3 years.
But wait, then they got to do the Medicare cuts and all this other stuff that they cut now. So you're cutting that budget, but you make the money. And it's crazy what they're really trying to do with the Medicare and Medicaid. Like,
Yeah, they're cutting a lot of people off with that joint.
Like, I understand now for the like welfare and stuff, trying to require them to have some type of job or working or not a job, but trying to showcase that they're seeking employment. I get that because there's a lot of people that are just codependent on the program, not trying to do anything to change their lives. There should be drug tests to be on it. Like there should be a lot of things that factor into being approved for it. But then the people like cutting back on the Medicare and Medicaid and requiring them, I think there should be some changes in it too, because if you gotta like say, we'll take my mom for example. She's a cancer patient. She cannot go seek employment. So you would say she don't qualify. So you got to make sure you're paying attention to whatever their actual, dealing with as far as diseases and complications. So they should be exempt from that, but still receive benefits. But sometimes Trump be so just freaking spearheaded. He just want to cut it, cut. It's like, hold on. I need it all to make sense.
Yeah, and that's the crazy part because a lot of elderly are going to be hurt by some of these proposals, and it's, I mean, when your whole sole purpose is to say, hey, we did this, we did that, we did this in our first year, we're doing the most, we're doing this. You really don't care who you affect. You're really just worried about how you can make it look out there.
Yeah,
that's the crazy part.
That's when you got to be, as a society and us, we have to be worried because you're just doing whatever to just pack on the punches to say what you did, and then it's so much that's going to have to be fixed every time he leaves. It's so much to be fixed.
Hello AI, because robots is going to erase a whole bunch of this stuff that we dealing with right now for sure. It's going to be crazy.
That's a process, so.
It is. I mean, I'm not going to knock everything he's doing because there's some things, but a lot of the stuff needs somebody else in his ear to fine tune a lot of things he's doing.
You can't tell no you can't tell no rich egomaniac anything.
It's all business.
Everything I say is from God.
It's all business.
Terrible.
I'm smarter than you, and I got the best people around. Everything we do is good. We don't do anything wrong. So, I mean, that's the crazy part about it all.
Yep. And while we stand in this money lane, man, let's talk about this for a second. Stop printing pennies, putting pennies into
Mhm.
circulation in early 2026. How y'all feel about that? Y'all still have pennies?
And let me tell you, no, I don't keep no form of cash, change, nothing on me. I'm not even gonna lie. Like right now, my daughter gave me probably $6, and every time I look inside my little thing, I'm like, I need to make sure I spend this because I don't want it on me.
I don't want it on.
I don't
Right.
want it on me.
Why you don't
Like
want cash on you?
I don't know, but it's always good to have. I'm not gonna lie, it's always good to have some type of cash somewhere hidden. My grandma always told me that because
Right.
say the banks and all this whatever happens, like you ain't got no cash, no nothing. So I do know I need to. It just probably doesn't belong in my actual purse because every time I see it there, I want it out of there. And if I put it in the little change thing in my car, I want it out of there. And
It's annoying, huh?
so I just
So
probably
when you say you want it out of there, what are you doing? Spending it?
Yep.
Gotta go.
I'd be like, ooh, I got $6. Let me get a little coffee or something. Wow.
Right. Give me a little drink and drink.
Like, I got $6. Like, ooh.
Like, yeah, I got me a few dollars. I mean, I have to keep it because a lot of customers come in and they only want to use cash.
Well, that's your business. But like,
Yeah,
I mean, as a
but
business,
that's what I'm
you wanna
saying.
use all forms of currency.
I
But
take
if
the
you individually,
I take the cash from there and use it. Like that's how I use it from there, right? But like it's weird because when you go out, let's say, you go out, you travel somewhere, you find out a lot of places they don't have certain, for example, I went to a few stores, Walmart, I never knew Walmart never used Apple Pay.
I hate it.
Mm.
So
That's for me.
we out in Huntington Beach, yo, and we had to have there was some fraud on one of our cards. So we was like, all right, boom, we ain't gonna use it. So we all up in Walmart just assuming Walmart has Apple Pay because we got it at our store, yada, 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 all of that, right? Man, we don't went and bought a canopy. We got a canopy in the cart. We don't loaded up all these drinks. We don't put everything like in the cart. And we get up to the register. We run it. Man, I'm actually eating the cherries already. Like, I ain't gonna even lie to you. Like, I'm eating the cherries already because we ready to get this boom dip. And the lady told us we don't use any type of, currency like that, but like digital or whatever. And I'm like, what?
Yeah. And they
So
do, but not there's a way around it.
they don't want to pay that fee, and I get it, certain
Well,
credit card
no.
fees or whatever.
The thing is, they have the Walmart app, which on there you create your profile and you keep your debit cards on there. You literally scan that QR code on the register's little pay pad, and it brings up your Walmart app, and then it asks you, do you want to pay with card 1, 2, 3, 4?
Yeah.
You click yes from your profile, it'll pay for it. So they want
I didn't know that.
people to utilize their app. But if they got Apple Pay, how many people are going to utilize the app? Nobody. So they don't want to shy away from this big app that they created for you to pay with. So
that does make sense. But and I was shocked because here we are out in Huntington Beach. You get what I'm saying? And it's like,
yeah, no, I mean,
use it here.
But I still hate it.
I do too. And so it kind of forces you to make sure you got a little bit of cash on you because you might be like me with your Olipop. And that new flavor is fire, the peaches and cream. By the way.
Olipop. Okay. I don't know why I thought you said AliExpress. In my head, that's what came in my head. AliExpress. Like, I don't know why.
Right.
I don't know why. That's what happened.
You got to put an order on there or something. But so it makes sense, man. You got to have, but in regards to the pennies, I think every time we print pennies, we lose money. I think it's like $6-7 million to roll pennies out.
You're
I'm sitting there thinking, like, you mean to tell me all these years we've been losing, what is it, $6-7 million every time they print new pennies, and nobody said, let's cut this out?
Somebody look. Get them
Bruh,
pennies out here.
like, hold on. You know folks got to be rich when you can lose every time you print pennies and circulate pennies. You lose to produce them joints. You losing and I think it's higher than $6-7 million. I believe it is.
And that's not even my favorite coin. Don't nobody like the penny. Give me them quarters. So what we printing for?
Well, that's why I was just gonna say they probably based upon people getting the pennies and just tossing them. Drop a penny here and there, you know, just see pennies laying around. Nobody wants the brown boys.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Everybody want them in your, and they ain't. I mean, we got a drawer full of no pennies right now.
Now I'm older, so don't hold this against me. But when I was younger, if I had pennies on me and I didn't see a bum around, I would just drop them on the ground because I'd be like, "You gonna find them later? This is for him."
Dang, that's colder. That's colder than a polar bear's toenail.
It is. It is very cold because I could have just held on to him until I seen one. I was dropping the breadcrumbs, boop boop boop, giving them their little monies. But like, you just reminded me of it, Ken, when you said people throw the pennies. So I was like, yeah, I definitely, when I was younger, was just tossing them things. Like, here you go, they gonna get them. They gonna go to where they need to go.
That's wild.
I still walk and see pennies and pick one up though. I can't lie to you.
I do not. So I must have been throwing them for you, huh?
Well, you're supposed to pick the
same. It's supposed to be. They don't throw the pennies for good luck.
Well, only if
that's
it's
just what they tell you, so you can pick up them pennies because don't nobody like them.
Oh man, that is hilarious, man. I mean, pennies. Get rid of them. We don't even need them.
Get them gone. Like, absolutely not.
Out of there. We don't need them. We don't need no pennies.
Nah.
I think Ken, you still there? I think you froze.
Yeah, I'm still there.
Oh, okay, I thought you froze.
Yeah, nah, I was just laughing at the phone. So while we're talking about coins, Benji, what you know about Bitcoin?
I know a whole lot, and I'm mad at myself. And I shared this with my wife today because in 2021, I kept posting, hey, buy Bitcoin, put $1 on it, put $5 on it, put $10, do whatever you got to do. And I was saying this in 2021. And I was doing that for a good 6-7 months, but I was doing it actually out of being scared to actually drop a good 10K on it, right? When I had just like 10K sitting there, like the word was from the people I was following, even the company I was working for, buy Bitcoin, buy Bitcoin, buy Bitcoin. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna dabble in it a little bit. And I still have my Bitcoin account. So I have it with some money in it. And I am so pissed that now it's at $111,000. And at that time in 2021, it was at like 30,000. And I was actually posting this and I'm looking at it and I showed it to my wife today. I was like, babe, I'm so mad at myself. Like we neither one of us should be working right now. I ain't gonna even lie to you, babe. I told my wife, I was like, babe, I'm sorry. Like none of us should be working right now. We should be working for fun. But the XRP, I'm trying to dive back into that. And I still have Doge. And I'm actually trying to dive back into XRP. XRP is at, like, last I checked, it's at $2.26. So I actually want to dive back in that and throw some really good money at XRP and still kind of dabble with the Bitcoin, because the word is you don't need a whole full Bitcoin to really profit off having Bitcoin. Because, you know, if you had $111,000 and you bought some Bitcoin. But I tell you the funniest story though, Ken. In 2017, a dude, for 2 large pizzas, this dude gave up 10,000 Bitcoin.
Yep.
And that was in 2017 when it was like $12, $13, somewhere around there. And now,
cheap.
But hey, man, it's trust me, these slap yourself moments are a gut punch, man. Because if we just listened a little bit better and weren't so scared or knew more about investing, man, we'd be retired already. So
yeah, I kept mine. I never let it go, and I just kept putting, 100 in there. So I mean, I ain't rich by any means, but I'm glad I kept it. Put it that way.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and I have different types of Bitcoin. I think like 6 different types, lucrative of others, but I definitely have the big 3.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, look at the news and see that it was 109, 110, 111, and it was
Bro,
climbing.
I slap myself every time I see it climbing. And the crazy part is that I was following at the time when Nipsey was alive. He went out to Amsterdam, which in 2017 there is a city out there that's only using Bitcoin and digital currency.
Wow.
And so you can't use any dollar, you can't use anything in this city in Amsterdam. And it's all Bitcoin cryptocurrency. And even he at that time in 2017 was telling folks, buy Bitcoin, buy Bitcoin. And we were just following him because his rap, his lyrics, yada, yada, yada. We didn't know this dude was literally speaking like total facts on money. And it's just, it's you go back and you listen to it and you like, I wonder how many people actually listen. And there's a fella I follow. His name is Chris Johnson. This dude sold all of his assets and put it all on Bitcoin. And he was pretty well off. He's been pretty well off for a while.
Yeah,
And
quite
this
sure.
dude
Dang.
is rolling. And it's amazing, man, to see it in real time. And these are dudes that you just know, and these are young cats. They're not 50, 40, 60 years old. These is 30-year-old dudes who had a plan, who stuck with a plan, and they kept telling people, don't sell, don't sell, don't sell. And now, shoot, you could go out and buy whatever you want and do whatever you want, go wherever you want, do whatever you want, all because you just invested in Bitcoin.
I wish.
I wish I would have invested more in Bitcoin, but it's pretty scary. And like I was mentioning earlier, you know, the bigger risk you take, the bigger the gain.
Right.
That you make a big jump in anything, it's because you took a big risk as
Right.
well.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what I'm saying? So, you know, they trying to just make ends meet because they out here using Klarna, and
Woo-wee.
they reported 136 million in unpaid customer debts in the first quarter of this year. Man, Klarna,
in the first quarter of just this year alone.
golly, people ain't paying Klarna back.
Oh
they
my
getting that
goodness.
product and not following up on the payment plan.
Man, that's wild. Wow.
Promise
Folks
to
is
pay
going,
and they ain't paying.
bro.
Yeah.
That company is, I believe, is located in like Sweden. Klarna is a Sweden base or something, overseas type company, right?
I didn't know that.
They used to Negroes finessing them.
You stupid. They didn't see that coming.
They not used to folks like, hold on, man, let me get that, and then reneging on the payment.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's cold, man.
I mean, but they had to know that that's a risk, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
It's
would
part
hope
of the
so,
risk.
because you know, people pitch ideas, bro. And because y'all super close, and you be like, you know what, that do sound like a good idea. Let's run it. And then you
People
run
run
it,
from
and you lose all
Renaissance
your money.
every day.
Now
They
that's
get the
true.
product, rent it, and then take off.
Right. Man. Man, I saw the funniest thing today. Somebody said, talking about me at a table that Rental Center is looking for is just wild, man. I must have fell out, man. I was like, no way.
Yeah, it's a lot of wild stuff going on over, man. Like
It
this,
sure is.
like this right here, man. Like we're gonna eliminate tips. Reason why I say this is wild because people were already trying to figure out ways around it. So now there's always going to be, you know, things like with the tips. So now there's no tax. I would literally have cash when I go eat, just so I could give the person a tip without taxing, because the taxes take out, the taxes take a chunk of their money.
A huge chunk, especially in California. And if you get cash, they actually forbid you, like, don't take the cash. Like, Cali is ruthless in a lot of ways in that tax game. So it's a little, but to remove it, the first thought I had was, okay, if they do that, are companies going to continue to offer excessive overtime and all of that type of stuff? Like, what's going to be the new change that takes place? Because people, they pass a law, and then some kind of way people are going to try to finesse the game some way. So what's going to be the new trend that no taxes on tips, but how are we going to do this? Is folks going to start giving less tips now, or what's going to take place? So we'll see.
I forgot I was muted.
Yeah,
It's
but
always something for sure.
Right.
Yeah, they're gonna have to make somebody's gonna adjust, and then so it's gonna be some back and forth, but it's gonna iron itself out.
Oh yeah.
So next up we got Southwest Airlines. Broke my heart, man. They charging customers for checked bags starting Wednesday. Man, airlines, I fly them all the time, and now you're gonna charge me for checking my bags.
That's the reason why I fly Southwest.
Thank you.
They're gonna lose a lot of customers.
By the time I add in the bags from everywhere else, I might as well fly Southwest comfortably. It's a little cheaper. It's better. I don't know. So now, what's the point, Southwest? What's the point?
Yeah. So now they just put themselves in the class with everybody else.
Right.
So now it's gonna be, it's actually, like you said, it's actually gonna hurt them, I think, in the long run, because people gonna
take the top flights
now. Bags. Yeah, might as well.
Might as well. Yeah.
I know plenty of people that would complain about, the landing and the takeoff and whatever. They complain about the pilots and the quality of certain things, but they're like, but my bags are free. So now those people are definitely not going to with Southwest for sure. Like those people are gone.
We're flying out Southwest when we go to Texas next weekend. So I'm like, we gotta pay for a bag. But then just like I tell my wife, I just bring one bag. That's it. I roll up. I do that what do you call that, suction?
Oh yeah.
Roll all my stuff up, and I get everything in one book bag.
Mm-hmm.
Well, why do you have to roll up anything, sir?
Listen, man. When there's certain things you want to take with you on the trip, and I need 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. So to be able to just kind of put everything in one bag, it makes it, super convenient for me.
Well, you're
I can bring whatever I want.
So you could probably vacuum seal and get it all into a little mini backpack and have about a good 2 weeks worth of clothing with you.
See?
Because you're tiny.
I mean, it's okay. It's all right. There's benefits to being small. I keep telling you.
It's all right. I mean, hey.
Snack size is all right.
I'm happy for you.
A lot of clothing.
This won't affect you too much.
No, it won't. But see, flight from Cali to Texas, I'm flying Spirit. I don't care what none of y'all say.
Flight from Cali to Texas, easy work.
Easy work.
Like
easy work. And I'm flying Spirit. Say what you want about Spirit.
Spirit was voted top airline when it comes to their takeoffs and landing and just safety. And they none of their planes are a part of any of this crap that we've been seeing around.
Number one. I just want y'all to know. See, y'all been hating on Spirit for a long time, but the entire time. Now, I understand Ken because, you know what I'm saying, he's 6'5", 6'6". So, you know what I'm saying, the leg room is atrocious. And it's atrocious for me, too. But you got to understand now, they finna introduce y'all having to stand up on planes, too. So, you're going to be standing up. You're finna be standing up on the flight. You know what I'm saying? And I might partly dig it. You get what I'm saying? I might try it out. But I fly Spirit.
You might try it out. His legs gonna be dangling.
I'm just saying.
Oh, I'm so sorry. That's the first thing. That's the first thing that came to my mind. Is his little legs like this, like on a little roller coaster, while he's sitting there holding on to the little strap, just swinging his little legs.
You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
man.
I don't know what the pressure gonna feel like, but I'm just saying, if Spirit, I just want you to know, if you do that, you create more space on your planes, is what they talking about, and you can get more people on the plane. So you're gonna
But
find a few crazy people.
I need to know
That's
how
gonna be
safe
like,
that is to put more weight.
I mean, good point. But you know, you gotta try something.
No. They
Gotta
could go
roll it
try
out.
that with the
Say,
test subjects group A and let us
yeah,
know
we
how that
don't want to
goes.
be a part of no experiments.
Some
Absolutely
rats
not.
and some monkeys.
Whoever.
I mean, hold on. They offer you a free trial, free flight. Let's say they did 6 months of free flights for you to try out this new stand-up process to anywhere you want to go. Would you do it?
If I die on the first trial, then what happens to my 6 months?
That's a fact.
It
You be
like
standing up in the
it don't
line in
matter.
heaven.
I mean, you get to heaven quicker.
Look, I don't care. Either
Not in a
I'm
hurry.
never gonna fly or
Not in a
I'm good.
hurry.
I'm just saying, like, it's gonna be crazy. So, but shout out to Spirit though. I ain't gonna even lie. That little quick flight for me be dope. Because it's only what, 2.5, maybe 3 hours, depending on turbulence.
Yeah, it's not.
And it's easy.
I probably flown them 2 or 3 times ever, and I have no complaints with
I have
flying
none
them. It's
too.
just that what happens is it was back when Champion was the shoes that you shouldn't wear back in the day. Like now it's cool. It's gonna be the cool thing. Like Champion's cool now. Watch Spirit's gonna be the coolest airline because all the stuff going on. It was just really somebody saying it wasn't trendy.
Right. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see.
Yeah, BAP
We'll
does
see.
a lot, man. So, but I tell you one thing that's funny to me. Now, I'm not. When you all purchase new cars, do they give you paper tags or do they give you temporary tags?
Paper tags, yeah. Now
Paper
they do
tags,
this
yeah.
little paper,
Yeah.
Yeah. So in Texas, guess what they're doing? Boom! Out here, no more paper plates. No more paper plates. They're metal temporary tags.
Oh, probably because people could print them joints up.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
why I was
you
just
can
gonna say
steal
no more forever plates. No more forever plates because there's people out here in Texas that I know will print a paper plate.
Oh, easy work. Oh yeah, easy work. Easy work.
I'm not even mad at them.
Hey man, everything is a hustle.
Yeah, but now they're gonna be stealing, like you said. Now they're gonna be stealing those temporaries or those metal plates. People gonna be having a license plate stolen. So hey, I was ahead of the game because I my license plates for years.
Yeah.
Right. Now I know somebody gonna be in some metal factory somewhere making them joints.
I mean, there's always some. It just takes a little bit more work, which costs a little bit more for the local scammer, and they,
Scamming is a full-time job for a lot of people. So I with all these new changes, man, it's funny because I always get intrigued by how somebody finds a way to finesse the game. And so it is hilarious. And then they're going to change something else or do this or do that. But hey,
where there's a will, there is a way.
There's a way.
That is a fact.
Yeah.
That is a fact. That is a fact.
Yep. Speaking where there's a will, this is interesting too. Regeneron is planning to purchase 23andMe next month for $256. Regeneron.
We was just talking about this too. Me and my wife.
Yeah.
Talk this cloning thing gonna be crazy.
Tell the people, bro.
Hold on, say that again.
Tell us what y'all was talking about. Tell us your thoughts.
Yeah. Tell us around what Regeneron is.
Regeneron is the cloning company, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Regeneron, they regenerating.
Right, they regenerate. And I saw this study where, shoot, I wish I had it totally off the top of my head, where they've been freezing people who've been dead for like years upon years, and they can use their cells and do this to bring them back to life through DNA through cloning.
To rebring them.
And I'm tripping and I'm like, How long? Well, first of all, my first thought is Regeneron's been around for a while. So how long have they, been working on this is one thing. And the second thought I have was I asked my wife, I was like, maybe I could find another you, right? And of course that didn't go over well, but I was like, we was just joking, laughing about something, right? But imagine the idea though, fam, that they have all of your DNA and they can basically create whatever they want.
Yeah.
Somebody somewhere, some mad scientist is working in the lab creating a new you or a new whatever. And I can only imagine they're only going to use, particularly, I would presume, the people who they consider smart and intelligent. But you never know. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's interesting, man, that company would purchase, 23andMe with all. A movie coming soon.
Like
movie coming soon.
They're playing in our face with that one. Like I regenerate humans and DNA and cells and recreate, and you have DNA that I need. Let me buy you. Oh, world, it's nothing to worry about over here. Nothing to see. Turn your head. Okay.
What if they put them in the new robots though, to make the new robots more advanced?
What about that is better?
I mean, you never know what some weird person is thinking though. You got to think somebody is going to try or want to create something, to stay ahead of the game. So what if
it'll move like you, act like you, look like you, and then except for this one's robbing banks or something now.
Right. And you can't control it or whatever. But to somebody who creates that, they could be seen as a genius in today's time.
I mean, scientifically, yes. On a, when it comes to that and creating things and, all the mathematical equations and stuff behind doing what they do, because Elon Musk is a genius too. But like at the same time, that don't mean you got to do it. That don't mean it's ethical. That don't mean it's what the world needs. And that's the problem. I call that the mad scientist. Like, stop it.
And that's going to be crazy because I can imagine, I know we've seen it in the movies, and that's kind of what drives the thought, right? Somebody had the thought, obviously, to put it in a movie, create it, yada, yada, yada. So what are they really thinking? And you're sitting there thinking like, one day I'm going to pull up and Ken going to be Ken the robot.
I honestly don't think they created it and put it in the movie. I think the movie is their way of telling us what they've been doing.
Right.
In the back, that their storylines are coming from things that they're developing, or they're working on, or they're researching to do so. And so they create these movies. They want to see how the world reacts to see it and hearing these things, testing the waters a little bit before they go ahead and break it out to us. That's their soft launch. That's what I'm gonna call it. The movie's a soft launch.
Yeah.
I like that thought.
Yeah, I think that's just that's a way for them to desensitize us.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? To put it out there, you start seeing it. Either one or two things: either we don't believe it because we saw it in a movie and we just like it can't be true. Normalized already, so we're like, hey, we knew this was coming, so we're just sitting here waiting on it to happen.
Exactly.
So while we're talking about this, before we move on, people look up a show. I think on something. If you have not seen that show, look up this show called Upload. You'll thank me later.
Okay.
What's it on? Is that on Netflix, Ken?
Yeah, what platform?
Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime. All right, I'm gonna check that out because I just finished the You series on Netflix, and that joint was crazy.
Yeah. Speaking of people, we may not want to clone these guys. We may. We may not want to clone them.
I mean, if you want to create a couple crazy people on your team, I mean, I'm just saying you might want a couple crazies on your squad. I'm just saying, Ken,
send them to the front lines of the military. How about that?
Agreed.
Look, yeah,
they should be fighting in wars overseas for sure. That is a fact.
Yeah, you want to kill people, go over there, not stateside for sure. Yeah, so don't get mad at me, people. I'm not saying and turn them loose on other people out there that we're putting in harm's way, sending honest guys out there, and you got guys out there who want to kill. Send them out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay,
I mean, honestly, that's what they just doing. Like,
facts.
Let's put it to use.
Facts.
Yeah, they want to be street soldiers. Make them a real soldier.
Make them a real soldier. They'll do what you say do if you pay them, for sure.
But on another note, we're down to the last two. Who's it gonna be?
I got Derek. I'm just saying. He seemed like he's more.
I'm just
It
saying.
seemed like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's saying
I think so. Here's one thing that I did read in the comments where people were upset, like you're betting on your dollars on Derek or whatever, so you want him out, and it's no. That's not what we're saying. We're just saying the last person to get caught. They're gonna get caught. We want them back. They need to go, or they need to go. But I think it's gonna be Derek, and that's all from reading history, reading the facts, and reading how long he was calculated. I think he's gonna be calculated while out. And that's what I believe. Except for when I see these fools running down the street on video together, looking like they got out of jail. The last three, him and whatever his name was, him and Antoine, and the last guy that just got caught, they was walking down Bourbon Street chilling. Like, what are y'all doing?
Massey, though, this dude is hilarious. He is actually going live at parties. And I'm sitting there like, wait a minute.
How was that?
This dude does not care. He is trolling the police. He has live video.
Oh, he got to be at that party for all of 2 seconds.
2 seconds. He jumped in the pool at 1. And I'm sitting there like he wants to get caught. It seemed like he's doing it for straight fun,
he's next.
Laughs, yada yada yada.
You know what's funny is he probably has caught wind of the betting and the whatever on social media, and it's funny and everybody's laughing about it, and now he's got caught up in the joke of it all. So he's next for sure, because you're not moving smart after that. You're next.
Facts, and that's what makes me. Derek seems more calculated, so I was like,
I mean, of course he was. Smart. Derek didn't even know Grandmama. He came out and said, "I got you."
Got you.
Whole life was spent avenging Granny.
That's a trooper right there. You might want to clone Derek. I'm just saying.
No. See, this is exactly why we don't need this. This is exactly why. Just in that split second, he didn't clone the killer.
I'm just saying, talking about, we might be looking for, reliable candidates. You know what I'm saying?
The beauty supply store is enough for you. No cloning, no cell activity, no DNA. You do not do nothing else. You just mess with them hair follicles. We give them grease and oil.
Grow them hairs back. I got your back like a car seat. Ladies, you
regenerate them hair with them. With the wigs and this, you regenerate their lives. Okay.
Grow your edges back. I'm telling you, girls, I got it.
Grow your image with your edges.
Put that on a shirt.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
All right, P. Diddy. I like that.
Dancing.
All right. Speaking of convicts and cloning, how about we probably gonna see that. But those type of Netflix is planning to build a $900 million film studio in New Jersey.
I can see it.
Netflix is busting.
I'm like, they got it. Shit.
Busting.
And they come out with good content.
Facts. And Jersey is one of the places that has a lot of industrial old buildings. I was at one point, I was trying to find like an 8-plex or something like that to buy. And the first place that some investors told me was look in Jersey. And when I looked in Jersey, I was surprised at how many like dilapidated, older type of buildings that are there for like $100,000, $150,000, $160,000. And I was shocked. And I almost went for it. I was like, but I ain't finna fly away no Jersey all the time, whatever. So that's the only reason that I didn't jump into it. But I can see it totally, because a lot of these commercial buildings, and when you got bread like that, man, you could buy up a whole block, a whole street, a whole whatever with $900 million. So
it's actually pretty smart, because they got it probably for dirt cheap, and they about to A lot of their original Netflix driven content that's solely for Netflix that they've created is pretty darn good. Like their
Right.
Netflix shows are pretty good. So
Right.
I fool
And
with it.
Cat Williams done bought an old military base. So I mean, it's a proven.
Did he?
Uh,
Wow.
yes. Tyler Perry. He's on record saying he's followed Tyler Perry's idea, where Tyler Perry bought. I can't remember if his was a military base, but
Military
he
base.
bought his filming studio.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
military base.
Yeah.
Yeah, he bought his and he turned it into a whole movie studio. And
Yeah.
Cat Williams is doing the same thing out in Alabama, if I'm not mistaken. He bought a whole military base out there, and he's going to do his own film studio and all of that. So it's the trend. If you got it and you can create your own, why not do it? It just
I'm
makes
not
all the sense.
mad.
And don't forget about Fitty. Fitty did
Yeah.
the same thing in Shreveport.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's right. And he finally, I just saw a thing. I can't remember if it was been about a month or a week and a half, but he signed all his contracts to be legit and to have it all done. So, and the property he got, dirt cheap. I couldn't believe it was that cheap. And so I dig it.
Yep.
That's what's up.
So yeah. So I mean, a lot of people making big moves, and not everybody's happy about all that out here because Disney is suing YouTube for allegedly poaching one of its top execs. This isn't the first time something like this has happened, though, right? These big time companies play musical chairs with their top execs. So I mean, hey, if they're good, they go to the highest bidder. That's just the name of the game.
I mean, if you wanted him, you should have paid for it.
Paid him more.
Did what you needed to do to keep him. Because I mean, I'm sure that's the only reason why he left. And I mean, hopefully I wasn't treating him like crap. And if he was, then he needed to leave. So
facts. Now you're gonna complain after you done been whipping me and beating me up for low salary for 10 years, and then all of a sudden
don't sue for me. Like, please don't. If you wasn't willing to pay for me, that's crazy. That's crazy. Now you want to profit off of me leaving? What?
Man, if you don't get up out of here, we found a new
crazy.
boo. Now you mad, man? Stop.
Look. The ex is mad. You big mad.
You mad? You want to argue?
That's
no. You want no time for it, and that's usually the case. Why would I leave Disneyland? If they're paying me right, taking care of me, why would you leave Disneyland?
Couldn't be
happiest place.
Be poachable if you didn't do your part.
Yeah, it just makes sense.
I don't know if poachable is a word, but I'm making it one today.
I mean, go no. You created a word last week in our chat. What was it? Toffee mellow or something?
Oh yeah. What is he? I don't know.
I forgot the name of it, but I mean, it's in our chat. We'll find it somewhere. It's mellow something. Toffee mail.
Yeah, you're right. Toffee mail. He's
the
caramel and toffee mixed together, y'all. See? Possibly, because the lights he got on right now is bright as hell.
They in the face. They like,
look,
right.
You look.
I mean, they pause. They right in my face.
You look like it's just beaming on you.
Glistening. Water was glistening all over your body.
Okay.
All right. Well, this time of year brings about, a lot of things with summer, school being out. So what else, happens in the summer a lot? Weddings, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people get married. Hunter got married over the weekend, and people were, not too happy about it, and some people were. I mean, it's his business, but
crazy, right? Stupid.
They have a prenup, so that made it even more controversial.
Right.
So, Tristan, what you feel about him being married to that young lady?
I mean, I don't care that he's married to her, but I don't know their history and everything. I don't know her fully to say enough, but from the things that have transpired under the public eye, like to people, it may seem like she could seem a little iffy. And so when you got that happening in that scenario, and then you go and get married, and there's no prenup, and you're starting your career, you don't know what your assets and stuff about. I mean, you got money, yes, but you don't know what where you're about to go from here. And you are gonna go places. You would double like you would double threat like on the field. You like you're gonna go places. Your net worth is gonna go insane. And I mean, quite literally, I'm not sure what she does. I'm not going to say she doesn't do anything, but I don't know what she does for her finances on her own. So I don't know if it was the smartest thing. That's all I can say. Yeah, I do know it wasn't smart. It was dumb. So I don't care that they're married. That's on them. Young people get married young. They're going to find out later. Most of the ones that get married real young, I'm not praying on nobody's downfall, but typically the percentages are not real high. And then you mix in the fact that he ain't been in this limelight that he's about to get in right now under no circumstances to the type of caliber of woman that he's about to be around. Not to say he's not going to be faithful. I'm not sure. But he's stepping into a whole nother ball game, a whole different type of access, whole different atmosphere. It ain't the you going into it married. I'm not saying people shouldn't. I'm just saying, as a female on my own end, I would have wanted to see how you was going to act in that world first too. Like, so I think it was definitely premature and unnecessary right now. I think they should have waited a few years.
I would agree.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Ken. I'm sorry.
I'm of the opposite thinking in some ways, because well, first and foremost, I know some of the people that are around him in his camp, so I trust that they're gonna help him, guide him in the right direction. So I don't feel, so I believe in those guys as well. But I look at it like this: if he waits to marry, he may become, part of that life, right? But if he gets married now before he gets submerged into that, he doesn't have fallen into otherwise. So it's for him, man, because being married young, I know for firsthand, it's not easy.
Right.
But it's doable. So, and I can tell you that me being 25 years later, I mean, it wasn't easy, but we made it here. So, so I just hope and pray it works out for him, because no prenup.
That's tough.
Whew. He's gonna have to do things in other type of ways to secure some of them assets away from being his or something. Because now, if it's under you, it's hers basically.
My only thought on it was he more than likely, I don't know the kid or whatever, but I think he wants to focus completely on football, nothing else. Baby, here you go. Whatever the amount of money it is, boom, handle my business, take care of my business, yada, 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 yada. I don't want to have to focus on anything else other than playing football. And somebody asked me about it, and I said, well, it kind of puts her in a space to where you'll find out for sure if she's really, really, really that smart. Because if he has a long football career, this contract he got now is going to be pennies compared to what he's going to get down the road. And if you mess this up in these first 2, 3, 4 years, baby, you're going to show me that you ain't that bright. And that might be a great situation for him, because he's definitely going to land a $100+ $200 million contract in a matter of 4 to 5 years, unless he has some type of crazy injury or something goes wrong. So I for my thought,
you didn't knock on wood on the injury.
Right. You get what I'm saying? But most football players, the average year, they 3 years top. So I don't know. But if his career is long, which he's a wide receiver and a cornerback, they don't get hurt that much like that. You get what I'm saying? But bro, he might have put himself in a crazy position, but overall, man, if she messed this up, it's all on her. Because this dude is guaranteed in the next 4 years to be making $200 and some million. And if you so short-sighted that you cool with the 38 million that I just got, which taxable, I'm only taking home probably 14. And you dumb enough to not see further down the road and mess up this 200 mil I'm about to get. I mean, you probably did the best, greatest thing in the world for me, because it's easy to say, hey, I'm done with you. Take your 20 and go on about your business while I go over here and work with this 200. So that's the way I kind of saw it.
He could not, like Ken said, this could, he could step into this world and, he has a great circle around him. So he may not even be anything like that or, influenced in any type of way to be about that. But the woman's mind is terrible. So she could still change and be, insecure, jealous. She could turn into this monster of an individual that is just at any time he's anywhere, like could spin it and be completely toxic, because this is something that now she ain't used to, because you think you got it until you don't, and you're in unknown territory. And everything was sweet, because y'all familiar with this one. This new stuff over here is going to be different, and that they do need somebody around them to help them out. So if she doesn't, you said he's got who he needs, which is great, but who does she have? Because she gonna need it. She gonna need a whole crew,
a whole bunch.
Yeah, they help her. They help her as well. It's I don't want that stuff, so I don't want to talk about it on air.
Yeah.
But they have a good supporting cast around them that helps her as well. So good. I feel like they'll be fine. Bargain and does what she's supposed to do. I think everything will work out fine for them.
And another thought I was thinking, I was like, you know what? These dudes is petty. They mess with your girl just to get in your head before a game. So you got to be on your P's and Q's at all times. So
no, she needs to be on her P's and Q's at all times, because she needs to understand and see and know what that looks like, because it comes in all forms, so that they can go ahead and say something. So himself ain't nothing for him to do but play the game. To her, if you trying to make sure can't nobody say nothing about you to your man, then make sure can't nobody say nothing about you to your man. I mean, that's on her to lock that up.
And you ain't around.
No, I was just gonna say he shouldn't fumble on the field. She shouldn't fumble off.
Period. Like,
because you in a whole different league now. Everybody got money.
And there are women galore. So it's like he met you
to the 10th degree.
He'll meet another one.
And probably and better, smarter, more intelligent. You never. I mean, hey, but I hope can actually really. My first thought again was, I hope he just is like that kid, and Prime says he's that way. He just wants to play football. And I believe that that's kind of where it's at. He wants to play football. He ain't worried about all of that. I don't want to be worried about no prenup and no this and that. I want to go play football.
I mean, you can see the kid in him. You could just see the kid that's still there in him. So I could see it all, just football and excitement, and just this is like Candyland to him right now. So he's not thinking about all the other stuff. So shout out to his team that's gonna put in some overtime, making sure he's okay and that they're okay as a couple. And hopefully they pray and they believe in putting God first too. And I believe they should, and they do. And all I can say is I wish them the best. And like Ken said, all I know is I didn't get married young, but I know a couple people that have, and they have definitely said the same thing. It's a lot of work to maintain, especially being so young, because you're still learning life itself in the process. So yeah.
Yep. But that brings day. If your ex or one of your exes invites you to their wedding, are you going? Talk to us.
You want me to go?
You can.
Okay.
Go.
I gotta hear this.
I can't think of any ex that I could care. I won't say care, because I don't care about going to any of them. But I'm not seeking for an invite. There's probably two that, and it has nothing to do with any of the past. One's her dad. So if they wanted us there, whatever, she wanted me there, like, fine. But then the other person just monumental when it comes to things I learned in life. Like, they just a dope person. Like, so it has nothing to do with like it's just all respect for that person and the knowledge that I learned to like implement in my life in general with the way I move, hustling and whatever. So I mean that everyone else could kiss my. Nah, I don't care. I don't care to be there. Like I don't understand. I don't understand like being there. I don't. But I have had like an ex invite me to like their baby shower. That's because we super cool. But I didn't go to it.
Right.
So.
Yeah. I ain't going because yeah, nah, not a good look for me. Yeah, they might all of the ones I know and the ones that I was like, yeah, I ain't actually fond of them like that. So I mean, they always try to be slick and like their little presentations and do little, and I have to go into mean mode. And I can run you off real quick because if you know what I'm saying, you're doing dumb stuff that I consider deemed as disrespectful, then nah, like you don't know my wife like that. So, and I'm big on if you're talking to an ex that your girl or so and so should know about it or whatever. And I'm just not. Yeah, I wouldn't pull up. I wouldn't go because I know how petty most of the women I used to date are. So I'd be like, yeah, no, I'm good. I couldn't do it.
If you know, you know. I mean, you got to
If you know, you
respect
know.
that.
Yeah.
If you know that they still trying to put their hands in the cookie jar, if they can, if they, you shouldn't. You got to keep those far away. You gotta have no contact.
You have to, and I'm telling you because whether they get married or not, I mean, I just real quick, I know an ex that got married specifically out of spite. Don't even really float with the dude. Don't just did it simply because out of spite.
What if she found love at first sight? Like,
I mean, the dude ain't even her type.
how you know that?
I mean, she'll tell you.
You used to be her type. She got a new type.
She'll tell you. She'll tell you. One thing I know women do.
What if she just tell you to make it sound good to you?
But then that's the whole part. That's the finesse game of it all. Like, why are you still like actually playing that game? Baby girl, you finna get married to your whole supposed boo, and you still out here playing like little petty finesse
don't want to hurt your feelings. She like, I don't want you to feel like I think you ugly now. Like I got a different type. And
you call half of these chicks up at any point in time, they'll still pull up to you on a hotel.
I'm just playing devil's advocate. I don't know. I don't know.
You got to.
There's a percentage of that story that could really be true. I mean, it could happen.
These women be finessing a lot of these dudes because a lot of these cats have never. So this was always my thought. A lot of guys who've never had like a bunch of pretty girls around them all the time, they are excited, uber excited at the first prettiest girl they get. Like, oh, she's my life because it's the first pretty girl that they've gotten. And they'll do anything. They don't care. And it's like, they don't know she's a whole bruja. It's like, yo, like when you engage with certain people, like you start knowing, you be like, yeah, no, I'm good, dog. Mindset ain't right. Can't do it. And they will finesse the heck out of some of these dudes. And some dudes don't care. As long as I got this pretty chick on my arm, I'm rolling with it. So
if they don't mind being finessed at that point, is it finessing?
I mean, you know what? That's kind of like if you got it, it ain't tricking if you got it.
It's not. That's what you with to.
Right.
It's only tricking to the person that feel like I wouldn't give none of that to nobody, and I ain't got it, and that whatever. Now they're giving all this money. They're like, "Are you tricking?" Somebody that that's just what they do. I don't know. Yeah, all I know is let everybody do what you do.
I'm going to the wedding. I'm eating food. Dancing.
Dancing.
Because why not? I just don't. I don't get why not.
Dancing.
I don't care. I mean, I might even DJ. I might even be the DJ.
Feel like I'm going. Pass me my drink. Pay me my money for my DJ skills. bring me 2-3 plates.
Look,
Can I
I'm
get a
even
to-go plate?
doing at the wedding party's hair. I'm cool with it. I don't care. Like, but my thing is, I don't care. I'm not seeking to be there. But if I got invited, sure, I don't care. Whatever. Like,
Yeah. Okay, listen, I ain't gonna lie to you. At the end of the day, sitting at your event, eating your food, and y'all pay for it. I'm coming.
that's, you chose to have me there.
She was the first thing on your mind. He was the first.
And when I see your
mind.
mama, I'm gonna hug her. I'm gonna hug her, and I'm gonna dap your dad up too.
Ken, like I'm hugging mom, I'm dapping pops up. I'm still
little
cool
brother.
with the nieces and nephews.
They arguing right after.
Why
you
was
hugging
that?
mama so
Good there.
long?
Why was that? Good there. You know, is that the dude you use?
Nah, see, now that's on her. She didn't have that conversation with her
True,
fiance at the
but you know,
time, and coming
stuff.
because
You
if
know
we
people
talking
hide
about the guest list and your guest is your exes, and we didn't talk about it, and I didn't approve, or we didn't, say, hey, okay, I don't mind. We gotta have discussions and communicate. You can't just do
Right.
shit. So she didn't, and now the whole thing blew up, and he's seeking a divorce immediately. I'm not.
Yes, I mean
Annulment.
Yeah, annulment. Yes.
Instantly, but
Express.
It has its perks. I know my woman, and she would be mad if I didn't tell her. I'm just saying. Who is that?
Yeah.
And see, I'm good. I ain't even trying to
now
have
I'm gonna feel like my whole marriage is a trap.
Exactly. And I ain't got time for it.
Cause you pull some shit like this at the wedding.
Right. Listen, baby.
You want to show up who you really are now?
Yeah, nah, I don't even want to have that conversation. I ain't even trying to, because I already know my woman. No, I'm good. Nope, I ain't sending you no invite. I ain't inviting you. I ain't asking you to come. I ain't in your DM secretly. None of it. Not a noun accusation.
See,
no, I don't know her.
See, now for us, if we get married, if and when, his kid's gonna be there, so who gonna bring him?
I'm picking y'all up.
Nah, she can come. I'm cool with it.
I mean, but you know what I'm saying? I get that part. Because you know them
have a right to object. When they ask that question, it gets real tense in the room.
You said what? You said, does she have a right to object?
Yeah, some preachers even skip that part of the service.
Oh yeah.
Because they don't have the opportunity to do that.
Right. And you know what? There was this video on TikTok, and I don't know why it was a trend. Like they asked that question, and dude stood up. It was like, for years, I've been knowing you for years.
Yeah, I saw that.
Like, and I'm watching like,
what is he about to do? Is he really doing this?
It's the homeboy that's like, absolutely. And I'm like, oh, like, boy.
It went like, super tense in that room, didn't it?
I'm like, this ain't no trend. Like, stop this now. Because don't ruin none of my wedding with no stupid shit like that.
Right.
Absolutely not. I don't want no video.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought he was finna profess his love for him the way he was talking.
I did too.
Look, I thought the homeboy was hitting on the low.
Because the room went super cold and quiet. And I was like, wait a minute, what's going on? You can feel the tension through the
man. I thought the homeboy gave her her own little honeymoon before the wedding. Like,
man,
the way he was talking, I was like,
facts. Like, you with my, and see once we start opening that door, there's a lot more questions I gotta have. Why did he feel so important that he had to be here?
Benji,
what made you decide?
Spirals. Your mind spirals very quickly. So people should watch what they do for sure with you, because he's going off the deep end. He's crashing out. He's doing everything else. He is. You ain't been nothing but a lie this whole time.
Young crash out.
Yes.
Like, hold on. Like, wait a minute. What?
Benji Tofamel crash out.
Tofamel, you wow.
Oh man, that is
wild. Things I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't need all that in my life. I got my mind is too visual. I have to block stuff out. My mind is too visual. I see stuff. I hear stuff. I ain't got time for it. I don't want to know. No.
Tofamel is up there with Almond Brown.
Call me Almond. man, hilarious.
Before we get up out of here, we got to give our people an opportunity to let you know their final thought and let you know where to find them on social media. So, Trish Michelle, talk to the people.
So we was talking about school about to be out, or school is out, depending on where you at, right?
Right.
Yeah, get these kids into something extracurricular, have some type of structure and some type of way for them. Don't just let them, because you gone, let them run the streets. They at the homie's house, the neighbors is babysitting them, the streets is babysitting them. Find something for these kids to get into. There's a lot of free programs. Look it up. Find something. Even if you can't do that, like do something with them at home. Take this time to go do something as well. Like create some extra memories and experiences with them. Utilize it. I know that's easier said than done to some people, single moms, single whatever, like, or just busy individuals, but try to find some way, reach out community locally. What are these, the Nextdoor apps and all these other people always talking about random things that's going on in their neighborhood. So seek certain things and keep these kids busy, please, because depending on the age group, you either gonna have one, you're gonna come with a grandkid, or the other one, you're gonna have to be fighting some type of case, or bailing your kid out. So let's just keep them busy and in a productive way. All right. Where you can find me all over social media is Trisha Michelle _TM, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, yeah, all that. And then the fire session, of course. So if you ain't here, like I always say, ain't no point of finding me.
Gotta know where we at. Fire session.
It's facts. Benji Banks.
Man, I saw an interesting read today. Ryan Coogler, of course, the producer of Sinners, super dope movie, has like blew up, like amazing numbers, amazing for the price of what they put into the movie compared to the return is like bananas. It's in the hundreds of millions of dollars. But I saw something about his story. When he created Creed, he was $200,000 in debt. So he had this dream, he had this goal, and obviously he had to be working on it for it to come out. And I thought about something. I was like, man, I wonder how it felt for him to have this amazing movie, or probably I'm sure within his heart he knew it was going to be amazing, but you're in debt so bad you don't know if you can make it happen. You take it to producers, they reject it. Like, I thought about how crazy that feeling would be if you have this great idea and then nobody backs it for you. You're in debt, so you really can't fund it yourself. And then all of a sudden, boom, your break comes. I always thought of how crazy that moment could feel. And what it made me think about is never give up on your goals, your dreams, your ideas, because no matter how crazy it might seem, if you believe in it enough, you'll keep working on it. He didn't just stop at Creed. He creates this new dope movie that we all were raving about when it first came out, and they didn't want to pick it up. And so he has this amazing movie out that has literally will pay him for the rest of his life. And it all started with him not really giving up on his idea from creating Creed and so forth. So I thought that was dope. And I would say, man, y'all keep going out there, man. There's a lot of things and distractions and stuff out there. Keep going, stay focused, keep focusing on your dreams and your goals, and it's going to happen for you. And y'all know where to find me. You can find me in my shop. Come get your braids done. Come get your edges slicked back. Come get your hair cut. We gonna have the man units real soon. I just want you to know this, all right? Keep working with your boy. Come check us out. You can find me on Facebook. Find me on social media, on Instagram, Facebook. Benji Banks. You can't miss me. I'm there. Find us at the fire session. You can't miss us, man. We're here. Continue to support, and y'all continue to pop in on us.
All right. Well, we're going to make this short and sweet. Never let desperation. Stop doing stuff out of desperation and it changing your whole life for the worse.
Right.
Plan, plot, and strategize. Bomb first. Tupac.
All Facts.
Okay.
Y'all can
Period.
catch me. Y'all know y'all can catch me at Big Ken on Fire on all social media platforms on Facebook. Big Fire Session on all social media platforms. Just type in FIYA8 session and we'll pop right up. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button on YouTube and the bell notification so you won't miss any. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. Y'all be safe. We love y'all. Fire Session. Peace.
Deuces.
Thank you for joining us today. Please follow us on all social media platforms. Just search Fire Session.